Boys, be brutally honest. What makes a girl attractive instantly? Story 1. Pretty face, hygiene, curvy figure, cute outfit. Most importantly, having a friendly and outgoing personality. I've been attracted to women who were less pretty than other women just because they were so fun and friendly to be around. Story 2. Anyway, I wish I could let you into a man's head as he's falling in love with a woman. It's a process that's so alien, so strange, that I'm afraid you've got to experience it to believe it. But it's as real as death and taxis. Sometimes, a guy will meet a gal and think nothing of it. Maybe she's a co-worker, classmate, or his buddy's friend. She gets mentally categorized as female, acquaintance, feelings neutral. Then he gets to know her better. If they mesh personality-wise, something fascinating happens in the man's mind. He starts to notice things about her appearance, pleasant things. It starts small. One day he realizes he likes looking at the curve of her nose, or where her earlobe meets her face. It's nothing he can put his finger on or describe, really. Just that looking at that part of her makes him feel good. He starts wanting to do that more. Then, he notices an expression she makes could be her genuine belly laugh, or the way she furrows her brow in concern, and he gets a little flutter in his chest. They stay friendly for a while, get to know each other better. Then, one day, she hugs him goodbye, and he can't stop thinking about it. He plays it over and over in his head, the feel of her breasts through 2 shirts, her arms around his back, her smell. He finds these little mental movies of her playing unbidden when he's driving somewhere, squeezing out his other usual daydreams. Shortly thereafter, the guy realizes that whenever he looks at this woman, he feels good. He likes her lines, her curves, her sounds and smells. It's like she's gradually turned from a black and white photo into a 3D color movie with surround sound, a perfect movie that makes him feel good. He starts wondering what he can do to keep her around, to make her happy. He realizes that he likes looking at her more than any other human being in the world. To him, she is perfect and beautiful. A man in love with a woman doesn't see her objectively. There is a filter there, or some kind of participatory illusion. He does not see who you see in the mirror. He is seeing someone beautiful and perfect and sublime. And it's one of the most powerful things in his life. Go watch a happy old couple that's been married for decades. Watch the man's eyes. Sure, he may appreciate some young woman's butt in yoga pants or whatever. But watch his eyes when he's looking at his spouse. If you're paying close enough attention, you can almost see the filter click on when his gaze settles on her. In that moment, he's not seeing the same from PM to Nestor that you or I see. He's seeing something wonderful. No kidding. If I hadn't lived this stuff, I wouldn't believe it either. But it's true. Story 3. In truth, a pretty face and a cute smile. After that, a confident woman is very attractive. This reminds me of when I was in high school and had quite a bit of acne, and was talking with a girl for some reason about my looks. And I was telling her how I wasn't attractive because of how much acne I had. She said something like, "What? That's silly. Honestly, I don't even see your acne." And that is a compliment I will never forget for the rest of my life, because honestly, at the time, her saying that was a little bit life-changing for me. I remember I did not understand at all what she was saying, and I thought she was just trying to be nice. So I kept pressing her to just be honest with me, and that she doesn't have to say that to be nice. So she explained to me that she wasn't being nice. It was just that because of my personality and my acting with some confidence, she just didn't really notice my having acne. I was seriously giddy about that for a while, but it was also a lesson learned that to this day I try to remember to keep in mind. Story 4. Humor. If a girl has a good sense of humor and can make you laugh, and also can take a joke, it makes her more approachable and attractive. That's interesting. I read an article that says men and women both often put sense of humor high on our priority lists, but men usually mean that they want the woman to find their jokes funny, and women usually mean that they want the guy to make them laugh. I kind of doubt that though. I think we all prefer to find someone who makes us laugh, and who also finds our jokes funny. But it was a magazine article, after all. Story 5. Being passionate about something. I love when a girl starts pouring out her thoughts on a favorite topic. Seeing the excitement behind her eyes and increase in animation is super cool. Story 6. Oh man, this is an impossible question. For me it is more about confidence and vibes. I tend to like cute nerdy chicks, but think looks are as much about style and attitude as much as traditional beauty. Some guys are all about stereotypical beauty standards: attractive face, boobs, and hourglass figure. Some guys like a big butt, some like tight athletic bodies, some like bigger girls, and some like petite. It's always awkward for me when other dudes ask my opinion on their latest girlfriend. They shouldn't need validation, but also there are times they think someone is super hot and I don't see it at all. Just not my type, I guess, but who am I to judge? Plus sometimes personalities just click, and that is also hot regardless of looks. Story 7. Intelligence and kindness. Hands down, you can be pretty or not, but the moment I discover that you are thoughtful and kind, boom, you're a knockout. Married my knockout too. Story 8. Being naturally funny to the point we can just riff and both be cracking up. Met one girl in my life that would have me constantly dying, so I invited her out to the bar since all our mutual friends were going out. We spent all night just cracking jokes and trolling men who would approach her. Man, I never wanted to pop a ring on someone's finger faster, I swear. Edit, and I can't read it too good. I prefer to lurk, to be honest. I think I messed up my response in the thread, so I will throw it in here. Apologies for the late response. I wrote this before I went to bed and have been super busy at work this morning. To keep it private, I'll call her Sarah here. So Sarah and I hung out one more time the very next day at a small gathering at a friend's house. Again, we spent the whole night pretty much making everyone laugh and just having a good, positive, funny-ass time. Good music, good people, lots of drinks to go around and new people to meet. Even met some of her close friends there and we all got along really well. Everyone started to get tired since it was around 5 a.m., so we all made our way back to our cars, getting ready to head home. In the parking lot, we exchanged numbers, social media, and what have you. We did end up texting a bit, trying to hang out again, but our schedules were a little hectic and couldn't get together. Within a week, Sarah went ghost on social media and no longer responded via text. I reached out to one of her close friends. Come to find out, we went to the same middle school, and asked what happened to her or if she at least heard from her. Apparently, Sarah had some family drama occur and had to move to the West Coast. She deleted her socials and changed her number. Even her friends could hardly get in touch with her. After that, I never heard from her again. It definitely sucks that it had to end so abruptly like that, but I sure do cherish the experience. I haven't had that much fun and connection with a woman since. Story 9. Whenever they listen to the conversation and contribute. There's a thing of waiting for your turn to talk, and then there's actually listening, adding to the conversation. You should never just be waiting to talk. Listening and understanding another person's point is important to me. Story 10. Vulnerability. People are so guarded and closed off. Being able to have an open, genuine interaction with someone who is willing to share who they truly are is wildly attractive. That's what made me fall for my wife so quickly. She was so vulnerable and authentic from the start, I couldn't help but fall in love with her. Story 11. I'm 53 and dated a fair bit over the years, now settled. I'll be honest, there wasn't one thing that connects them all. Some it was their looks, some their figure, or whatever made me think, gads, I'll give it a try. Worst they can do is say no. But after that initial meeting, it's all about personality. Looks fade with age, but someone who can make your day better and make you laugh is a keeper. Story 12. Smelling pretty. That will make me look around for who smells so damn nice. I've always been fascinated, confused by how unbothered many people apparently are when it comes to other people's smell. Like, I had many girls I found attractive visually, but when hugging etc. and smelling them, it was always an immediate realization that the chemistry isn't there, like that their body smell wasn't attracting to me. I like the posts where people say they even like their partner's gym smell not in washed for days, but fresh out of the gym, or something that just shows the body chemistry between these two people matches. Sometimes I thought something is wrong with me that I'm so picky sensitive when it comes to how someone smells. Like, don't get me wrong, I've met many girls who I think smelled fairly neutral. But I also met girls who were attractive but their smell felt too wrong for me. And others smell nice. Haven't met someone yet whose smell I absolutely love, but I also haven't dated much. LOL. Story 13. A warm smile and a little goofiness. People tend to be very empathetic to women's emotions, much more so than most people recognize. A woman with a warm smile has almost a superpower of bringing joy and warmth around her. Most women, though, are so scared of being seen as an idiot or being humiliated, they stop just short of actually capitalizing on this. Sort of like how guys tend to stop just short of a similar sort of masculine energy that can make them crazy attractive. My fiancé has one of these. Kids, adults, it doesn't matter. They can be having the worst day ever, and she can come in and immediately change the energy around them. She never pressures anyone to cheer up. She lets them do their own thing. But with kids especially, you will often see them fighting against a smile because they know they still want to be cranky. But she just made the energy so joyous it's hard not to smile. When she does this, not only am I just insanely attracted to her, but my heart melts so hard. Story 14. When the group is laughing at a joke, and she is laughing and having that eye contact with me while we're laughing together. It feels so synchronous, and it feels like in that moment, we escape together in that laugh. It melts my heart every time, no matter who the stranger is. Story 15. Being emotionally vulnerable. It's not just guys that are cold in this world. Women can be fucking ruthless and mean for no logical reason, not just men. I'm not asking for your life sob story on a first date. But I am attracted to people who treat themselves and others like humans, like emotional beings. None of us like being reserved and cold, but not many are brave, courageous enough to risk being hurt at the possible reward of being connected to others. It's not the cold, stoic, tough people who are brave. They are often just traumatized and unwilling to process their stuff. It's the people who can get their shit handled and move on in the world with an even kinder view on others who are brave. We've all been hurt by someone. That doesn't mean the new people who stumble across you in their journey will do the same. Simultaneously, people you've only known for 2 weeks can treat you better than the people you've known for 2 decades. Time means nothing, and not everyone is guilty and worth hating on just because one or a few people screwed you over. Being kind is the only way to get connected. Story 16. Swearing. Only if it's really heartfelt though. I overheard a girl dropping a super annoyed "what a stupid motherfucker" a couple seats over in a university library once, and my heart skipped a beat. Story 17. There is nothing universal. You can be generic and talk about tits and ass, and sure, it is attractive. A good-looking face is appealing. Very superficially speaking though, there are layers to attractiveness outside of that. Meanwhile, do not get me wrong. Different things appeal to different people. Some men like busty girls. Some like smart girls. Some like trendy girls. Some like girls with especially good hygiene. In the end, what you need to focus on is to be the best version of yourself and learn to love whom you are. You take care of your skin. You go to gym, at least somewhat, and you work on yourself. Find clothes you like, not based on brand or price, but rather based on what looks good. Color combinations, etc. Emphasize on whom you are, on your character, and what you like, and you will find somebody like-minded and good-looking to you. Think of it like this. If you take care of your looks, you deserve someone taking care of theirs. If you are mature, you deserve someone whom is mature. You know what is attractive. Confidence is attractive. This is the main lesson. Do not focus on one particular guy. Just be your own attractive self, the best version of yourself, and be around people, and people will attract to you. It is inevitable. As you do this, maybe not the first one, or the second one, or the third one, or even the fourth one. But one guy that you really like is going to attract you, and you guys will be great together.